Some places change you. Their existence and story behind their appearance is so mind-blowing that something turns you inside out. That's the story of Dagestan and its abandoned ghost villages. You probably know about the list of regions not advised to visit by different embassies and countries. Dagestan is one of them. It has a reputation for being one of the world's most dangerous places. So first challenge is to actually come here despite the enforcement of not doing that. And second challenge is to drive through crazy, curvy mountains that only locals really know well and navigate well. On our way in the village, we've met Garibek, local man who helped us a lot in the following adventures through one of the most remote villages in Russia. Through this crazy road we've got right here. Now time to explore the abandoned village of Gamsutl. People left it because it's so far and it's so inaccessible that it's impossible to live there. And the last person who lived there died in 2015. So now it's like a ghost town. And we will see what's left from the civilization in this place. Hard to reach Gamsutl. So you have to walk through the absolutely impossible routes. Whatever a person can do to reach the ghost town. Это еще одно заброшенное селение.
Это даже не селение, это как хутор был.
Ух ты.
Потому что тут, видишь, ходясь 10. Вот так хутора. Хотя они жили в селении, они каждый день ходили выгуливать, доить. Вот так вот. Даже в мегаполис людей загоняют, ну, даже машин парковать места не бывает во дворе, правильно?
Да.
Вот такая же беда вот.
С коровами и лошадьми.
Коровы, там, быки, они бодаются.
Ого.
Там пахотни, вот я, например, до сих пор в село езжу, картошку сажаю, за быками плуг этот цепляю и работаю. Это было те времена, да? Ну, сейчас, говорит, что, говорит, 21 век, вы что там издеваетесь над бычками, пишут в комментариях, если выставишь.
У меня мурашки, я не могу.
А мы спускаться будем отсюда.
Да, на санях.
Нет.
На саночках.
Потому что скользкие обувь полезут.
Вот это главная улица.
Да. Здесь, говорят, был даже родильный дом.
Ого.
Говорят, не знаю, больничка была тут. Насколько такое, школа была тут.
Imagine, striving 1950s, USSR sets factories all over Dagestan. Industry takes over the wild. But here, people lived in a complete isolation, being self-efficient and not demanding anything from the Soviet government. You see, guys, it's so quiet here. It's absolutely crazy. They said that it used to be a hospital here, a school, and many people living protected by the mountains. Now it's a bit decaying, but the volunteers try to set up some of the houses, and maybe in the future people can come back here. We'll see.
Двери, наверное, лет 200 уже.
Вообще. You see, architecture in this region is awesome. People didn't use any clay to making the bricks stuck together. They were just cutting them in the right form. So what do you feel, Nikita, about this place?
Stones and stones around.
True. Does it feel that it lacks human? humanity?
No, it feels like it lacks trees and
Okay.
greenery.
Why is it abandoned? That's the question. So you see how far we were going. We were walking for 40 minutes, driving for half an hour, all the way up to the mountains, where people used to hide from the enemies before. So it was really, really difficult to capture the city and to get into it and fight. So that was like a shelter for the locals. The question is, what is changing inside of us when we are visiting such places? Now we were talking to our host, and we discussed that really this landscape feels more like nature than it's a place where people used to live. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's a part of this mountains, of this landscape. But it's true that you don't feel the touch of humanity at all. And it's scary. We were asked the question, did people who leave this place, like 50 years ago, did they lose or did they gain? And we really think that they lost maybe part of them by leaving this place, the place where their ancestors were living, the houses that they built for them, for the families. Because in Dagestan there is a tradition that the father builds a house for his son in a particular culture, and then just picking up your things, closing your house, and living somewhere to the big city where you don't feel like where you belong. That is scary. And probably these people were really, really feeling hard.
Министерство культуры и туризма, даже они не хотят тут какие-то вложения делать. Никому не интересно.
Now there are 70 abandoned villages in this region only, and more people are leaving in search of better lives in big cities. I think this is a story about the lost harmony between human and nature. The times when people didn't drain resources but were part of the ecosystem. You feel peace in such places, and you feel connected to every plant and stone and every breath of wind. So in 2015, the last person who lived here, the last villager of Gamsutl, died. Staying here, imagine, alone. Would you move here and bring life back to this place? Would you like to be the only living person in this abandoned town?
уже их бачу школе.
وخا عندي إيش سمناخ توكي رقاخون أنا سو كان لجوا لجاون